Hello, and welcome to the Future of Small Law podcast. I am Dr. Siamak Goudarzi, an AI governance consultant, international lawyer, and former managing partner of a UK law firm. This episode is part of our series on the evolving landscape for small law firms. Today, we're tackling a big question: the quiet shift in small law, what clients actually want in 2025. To help us explore this, I am joined by a brilliant guest, Jane Wainwright. Jane brings a rare blend of experience. She's a former legal firm partner and board member, now running her own coaching and consultancy practice for IP and legal services. Her work is people-centered, practical, and deeply rooted in helping legal professionals align growth with client needs. She's also a strong voice on mental health, menopause advocacy, and building sustainable careers in law. Jane, welcome. It's such a pleasure to have you here.
So I'm Jane Wainwright. I spent 23 years as a patent attorney, so working in the legal profession, and spent a lot of time working on leadership in particular and training of others and managing others and learnt that actually there was a lot to the legal profession that wasn't just about legal technical skills or the scientific skills that goes with a patent attorney. That actually there was an awful lot that was about the people side of things. And actually, for me, that led to kind of learning more about people management and coaching and consulting on how to develop businesses and law firms and IP firms into something that clients want to work with and that people want to work at. And that can be through a whole number of things. Some of it is leadership development. Some of it is about how do you serve clients in a way that suits them, which can be a combination of technology and how the people interact. So after 23 years in the patent profession, decided that actually I wanted to go out and do something a little bit different and set up my own business, which is called Starry-Eyed Pragmatics, which for me is very much about looking forward, being ambitious, but trying to do it in a very practical way, to make sure that IP firms, legal firms can develop their people, their business in a way that is aspirational.
That's incredible to see people are still managing to turn ambition and vision and leadership into a business. Some people believe that you either go out making money or you go after thought leadership. So either this or that. But very few people can actually turn their vision and thought leadership into actually something which is at the same time a business model, which is, it's really good to see that's possible and it's happening already.
Yeah, and I think for me, there are lots of people, kind of commercial businesses that are not in the legal sector. So there's an awful lot for what you'd think of as a corporate and consultants that do that kind of support and leadership development and how to combine that with technology and service those businesses. But actually in the legal industry, it feels like it's been a bit, especially in IP, it feels like it's been something that's not been serviced in the past.
I want to go through is the alternative legal service providers. This is a new market, and the market capital for this right now is 28 billion. So huge amount of money is being spent and also generated by alternative legal service providers. Even the big four are implementing them. Basically, they are doing legal services, but in a different way. This is a huge competition for the small law firms, because if clients see that a small contract review, for example, is being done in a fraction of costs by other firms that are not actually legal firms, they are different alternative providers, that is a big competition for them. So I don't know, in IP you have the same experience. Is there something you can share on how small law firms can mitigate this competition or this risk?
Yeah, I mean, I think it comes down to two different types of alternative legal provider. There's the big
The big
the big
four.
consultancy, yeah, the big four, the ones where they're packaging it as part of an overall
Yes.
service, and I think that's marketing to one sector,
Yes.
but there are other providers that are perhaps looking at smaller clients that might want to be
Mm-hmm.
looking at something that's more cost effective. In some ways, I think that the big four is perhaps less of an issue because they're going to
Mm.
package a lot of that as part of their other services. So
Yes.
it's probably less problematic. It's the ones that are trying to effectively set themselves up as a genuine alternative.
Mm.
I think from my perspective, the way that legal firms and legal professionals have to combat that is very much I'm the one with the experience. I'm the one we
Yes.
are the firm with the experience. Yes, they're doing it, and yes, they can automate it, but actually, are they bringing the experience that's going to work in front of a court, in front of a patent
Mm.
office? Is this actually going to get you a good result?
Mm.
Um,
Mm.
and leaning in on the relationships, leaning in on that human side, the experience, the relationships that you've built with clients over the years, to 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 remind clients that actually really what they want is to work with people that are going to give them what they want at a
Yeah.
cost that you're willing to pay and that
Yes.
they want to work with. They want to
Mm.
remember the humans on the other side. And I think
Mm.
whether it becomes too much automation or it becomes too much of the big four where it just becomes a huge conglomerate that just it
Mm.
disappears into the ether.
Yes.
Actually, a lot of people that use small legal firms now do it for a reason. They do it because they like the people they're working with.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, a lot of law firms that I speak with, when I ask them, how do you get clients? Mostly they say, people know us, word of mouth, they tried us. But others, they say, actually, this is dying out, word of mouth is not enough. So people are now starting to think about lead generation, about to bring different clients from different sources because of the social media, because of AI, and search engine is going to change. People are searching on ChatGPT, they're not searching on Google, and the way that they are listing is different from the way that Google was listing. So all these are going to make some difference. And what we do, we are helping law firms with lead generation. We help law firms with having chatbots, for example, some chatbots on their website that can answer like a receptionist a lot of questions, and they can put them through to the right department, give them even some pricing, even tell them what sort of documents they need to provide. So that can streamline a lot of client intake. And there are some automations that law firms can do in order to automate their client intake in a more professional way. I remember when I took over Leonard Solicitors in Southampton, they used to, receptionists used to take notes on a piece of paper
Yeah.
and about clients. Okay, these clients wants this, and this is the telephone number, this is their email address. I'm passing on to associates and lawyers and paralegals. And a lot of this was missing, and losing and forgetting. And a lot of clients wanted a call back that they never did, and they went to other firms or they called back to complain. So client intake and automations, especially now with AI, can streamline all those processes so that clients will have a better experience of the first initial intake, and it can be more professional. That way, small firms can benefit from those sort of, AI tools. Of course, client privacy is important, and we have to do it in a way that we don't give away client details to open platforms. It has to be done properly. For your clients, I want to understand more your business model so that our listeners understand what Jane does and how she helps them, basically, in
Yeah.
that sense.
So, I mean, realistically, it's kind of two parts. In one side, there's coaching, which is very much about supporting individuals or groups and teams to kind of understand themselves better so that they can identify where where they have kind of internal things that they need to work on, but also external things that they might have issues with, and help them develop ways from that understanding to get better. So that's kind of one side. That's very much a kind of a real people thing, and one of the things that I really enjoy is sitting down and helping people and supporting them to become even better. But the other side of what I do is very much around a kind of a leadership development and consultancy, and looking at IP firms in particular, but also legal firms and other businesses, to help them understand how they can develop their people and develop their processes internally to champion their people, to be
Right.
able to work with their clients in the most efficient way possible, and to give the clients what they need. And that might be supporting them to develop leadership skills, which will be delegation to individuals, but also being able to delegate to technology.
Yes.
Actually, what is the right way of planning out a project, using the people that you've got, using the technology you've got, and coming together in a way that is efficient and profitable, and that keeps people happy, both the clients and the people within the
Absolutely.
business.
Absolutely. Yeah, I remember I went through with one of my businesses to investor in people, accreditation. And your approach reminds me of the coach that was helping me to go through. And she was sitting there watching me for a couple of hours. She said, just do your work. I'm here. And then I'll tell you. After a couple of hours, she told me, this is not sustainable. You know what you are doing? You are doing marketing, you're acting as a this and that. You have to start delegating. I know you don't probably trust to delegate these tasks to people, but you have. And she sat next to me and told me this to delegate to that and train this and that. I remember that helped me a lot, delegation, and also empowering people. And this is the right approach. So basically, your coaching and consultancy can help people to go through those challenges,
Absolutely. And
which
something
in
like
turn,
delegation is
yeah,
actually
and
probably the thing that most people struggle with.
exactly, absolutely. And also, the first client every business has is their employees. So they first have to look after them.
Yeah.
Those are the first clients. Then they can look after the outside clients. This is how it is.
Yeah.
And your services can help that basically.
Absolutely. The way I think of any business is that you don't tend to own an awful lot. You don't.
Mm.
You tend to rent premises.
Yes.
You have a few computers or something like that. But actually, the thing that you need most for the business to be successful is the people. There isn't a business
Absolutely.
without the people within it, and
Mm.
they are your biggest asset. And if you don't
Absolutely.
look after them, if you don't support them, if you don't help them grow, if you don't help them become the best that they can be at their job,
Mm.
the business isn't going to be as good as it could be.
Yes, I believe that we are moving towards post-capitalism in a way that things that were clearly associated with capitalism. Okay, you come here, work 9 to 5, and you do this and go home. It was working to some extent, but people start to question the morality of it. Why do I have to come and do whatever you tell me? And especially after COVID, a lot of people even question the whole thing. Why do I have to get out of my home and go somewhere else to work and do this and that? And why do I have to work at home doing something that I don't want to do? So in that sort of mindset, it's very difficult to expect your employees, and which are your first clients, to do things that they are not necessarily happy to do and they are not supported to do. So this is the next generation of thinking, basically, that you are approaching.
Yeah, and I
So,
think the world is changing. COVID was a
yes.
huge thing, and the world changed following that.
Mm.
And you see the news reports. Some companies want to go back to the old ways, and that doesn't go down well with their staff.
Yes. Yes.
For some people, it suits them to be in the office 5 days a week
Yes.
with a routine.
Exactly.
And I think that's where kind of leadership comes in, is understanding what it is that people want, and actually that people are different, and being able to accommodate everything. So some people will want to be in an office 9 till 5. Other people will want to be working at home.
Yes.
So it's about being able to understand other people well. So I mentioned emotional intelligence earlier, and
Yes.
that's a huge part of being a leader and a manager, is being able to tap into your emotional intelligence, which is thankfully something that you can work on and improve. That's not fixed. It's not like normal standard intelligence, and it's definitely something that you can focus on what you want to improve.
I want to ask you a weird question. Imagine I have a magic hat that I put on, and then as soon as I put it on, you can ask me anything you want for your business in terms of whatever. What
Yeah.
is your bottleneck? What are the problems you have that you want to have anymore? And what do you want to achieve? And what is it there that just give me 3 to 5 things that you can ask and you get it.
Magic hat. I think for me, for me personally, and I can't speak for anybody else, but I think for me it is about persuading other people that what I do is something that is important and essential for the future. And that probably is the biggest challenge I have found since leaving the legal profession and starting, is that lots of people know it's good to be nice to your staff and support them
Yes.
and grow them, but actually being able to have them understand that it's not just a nice to have, it's essential, because it actually generates profitability.
Yes.
And
Okay.
that it's that persuading and understanding that's kind of target clients audience need, is that it's not a nice to have to look after your people. It's essential, because you will get more out of them and you'll be more profitable. So yeah, if you
That's one
can
of them.
grant
And the
that
next
wish,
one?
that would be
Yes.
everything.
Yes. Yes. And the next one?
um
You want more clients, more
I mean, who doesn't want more clients? It's I
what
would
type?
like to be
Yes.
yeah, I would like to be working with a broader range of clients and making sure that I am able to support people. So yeah, mostly I prioritise IP firms, but also work with other legal firms and other businesses and some non-profits as well. So, but fundamentally, the clients that I want to work with are ones that understand that there is a need for their people and
Okay.
leadership to be good,
Yes.
and that are willing to put the effort in. And it's not just about them spending money, but actually putting the effort in. If you put the effort in, some of it's
Yes.
about spending money on people like myself
Absolutely.
or others, but actually putting the time and effort into it. You see a lot of people put money into learning and development and programs and training, and it's all instantly forgotten.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
getting people to wishing for that people to put the time and effort into this so that it sticks.
No, that absolutely. I already learned from your approach, and it's impactful. It's just a matter of getting to reach to the right people, and then offer the right packages and finding ways to commercialize it in a way that it's not only about money, it's also about change and the impact, and also how much money they can save, how much money they can generate more, how much more efficient they can be,
Yeah.
how much less headache they can have if they follow these approaches. So basically,
How much more enjoyable it can be.
exactly, yes, absolutely. No, I totally understand and agree with that and resonate with it. So thank you very much for sharing all your insights with me.